Welcome back to Having a Cup of Joe with Joe. And I'm Joe. Today I'm just working on my YouTube, hanging out, conversating, killing some time and having some fun. And just in case YouTube missed it, welcome back to Having a Cup of Joe with Joe. And I'm Joe. And today I'm just working on my YouTube, hanging out, conversating, answering questions, having some fun. Welcome. How you doing today? Good to you. It's been beautiful out. It's definitely been beautiful out. It's still pretty hot out right now. It's amazing how warm it is over here this time of year compared to where I come from in Pittsburgh. It's still pretty cold over there. But yeah, I was just working on my YouTube. There's a bunch of stuff that I need to get done. Like the end videos. I put my end videos on all my videos, but I didn't know you could shorten the length. Now I know. Now I can shorten the length so it don't take up a whole bunch of the end of every video that I put it on. Things that I learn along the way, huh? Oh well, that's the fun part about learning. Sorry I got a stuffy nose. There's a little bit low quality today. I'm here in Thailand, Thailand, so it's not too bad. It's not as bad as Bangkok, but not a big deal. Sorry, this is like a nasal vape. Yeah. And it clears your nose. But other than that, I had a pretty good day. I finished working on the washing machine. I got that all back up and going. Took video of it. I was actually editing the video that here before I went live. That was pretty cool. It's coming out nice. I got the washing machine to work, but I don't know for how long. Just realized my collar's messed up. Gotta be squared away. Yeah. Learning a lot with this YouTube. It's taken me a little bit of time, but oh well. Today I'm having Amazon Drip Fresh Coffee Anywhere. And it's pretty cool. Comes in a box like this, then a package. And then, this package isn't open. I'm gonna open it because I'll use this tomorrow morning. It opens up and looks almost like a tea bag. And then there's wings. And you do that and you put it on your cup like this. One thing I'm not gonna do is you pull these two tabs and it opens up, and that's where you pour your hot water down onto the coffee and it brews like a normal coffee. Really good stuff. My wife came home with this like a week ago and we've been slowly drinking it, enjoying the coffee, but I thought that was too cool that the coffee comes in a pouch like this and then you just pull on the tabs, set it down on the cup, and then you pull right here and it opens up and you can pour water down in because right here opens up. Hello. Welcome. This is Having a Cup of Joe with Joe, and I'm Joe. But I really like this because you can have a real cup of coffee on the go. I want to get more of these. I was trying to look online if I can find different brands, but so far this is the only brand I could find. But that's the coffee I'm having. Pretty good. Welcome to the show. How are you? Yeah, everything's pretty good here. The weather's nice. It rained a little bit yesterday, but not today. I got my washing machine fixed and working. So yeah, everything's been pretty good. I had a good dinner. I got footage of me going to the open market, buying my food, and coming home. I'm editing that and the washing machine repair footage. So yeah, everything's going good. How's it going with you? You got some snow yesterday. Hi, Joe. Do you have advice on how to earn income online from Thailand? I'm watching from Florida. Okay, well, hello. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I live in Sattahip, Thailand. I'm not far, about 20 minutes from Pattaya. I live on the coastline. And I don't have too much advice other than if you start to do like a YouTube or a TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, just have fun with it and keep creating and don't let it deter you. Like you're already in Florida. If you're gonna have a YouTube over here, maybe start it there, get used to being on camera a little bit. Plus, Florida's a gorgeous place, a lot of awesome stuff you can film. Um, so I would say my advice is set up a TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and just upload all of them and see where it goes for you. I've seen a lot of people do really well on TikTok and YouTube. Like my TikTok, let me check real quick. I believe I'm just shy of 10,000 followers on TikTok, but I'm only at like 900 followers on YouTube. How much do you recommend to move to Thailand? Do you think 100K US in savings will last long? I can live a modest life and be happy. Okay, 100K, you could definitely move to Thailand and enjoy yourself for a long time. I mean, if you live modest, you depending on how you want to live, okay? Like if you're out partying every night, you're gonna go broke, just like anywhere. But if you live modest and just enjoy your life and get your visas and whatnot, 100K should last you a good at least 10 years for sure. You know what I mean? Like there's people over here that survive, like backpackers. A lot of them survive off of like 10 US dollar a day. Whenever it's super tight for me, I can survive off of 100 baht a day, which is like 3, 6, 9, about $10 a day. And that's me just living super cheap. When I'm living middle class and having a good time, going to restaurants and all, you know, you're gonna spend probably 300, 400 a month going out doing really nice stuff. If you watch like my property tour, my house here is a 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom with a kitchen, a giant patio, 2 front gardens, a back apartment with 2 bedrooms, an outdoor bathroom in this office, and we only pay 3, 6, 9, about 450 a month. And then we spend probably an average of 150 to 300 a month on food and travel, depending on if we go out much. If we just eat and hang out at home, it's like 150. If we go out and do stuff, it's like 300. But we live pretty modest here. How much do you recommend to move to Thailand? See, and with 100K also, you'll be able to go get a Thai driver's license for like I don't know, I think like $50. Go get a car or a motorcycle. Me, I ride scooters and motorcycles more than cars, but you can get a really, really nice car used for between like 2 and 4 thousand, and it's really nice. Or you can go get a brand new one for like 15,000. So it's pretty cheap over here. If you don't want a house that's all huge like mine, and you just want an apartment, and you live outside the city like I do, you're talking like $80 to $100 a month. Now to live in like Pattaya, Bangkok, a studio apartment's going to be about $300 a month. You know what I mean? So I'd recommend, if you come over with 100K, have have the expectancy of wanting to buy a vehicle, because if you come over here for a long time, you're not going to want to rely on transit. So account for, if you want a car or bike, let's say 4K for that, because you're going to want something nice you ain't got to work on. If you just want something like a motorcycle and you don't care, and a cheap scooter, you can get a cheap scooter for like $400. Any advice on what is a good visa? I'm 49, turning 50 next month, looking to sell my house and move in to live permanently in Thailand, but not sure about the visa situations. All right, right now they got some pretty cool visas. On arrival, you get 60 days. And after your 60 days, the law they have now, you can keep renewing that 60 days up to 5 years. I can't remember if it's like 55, you can get a retirement visa, but you can also get, there's like 3 or 4 different visas you can get for like a 1-year visa, like a student visa, all kind of stuff. But to make sure that you want to like really, really stay here, I would arrive, get your 60-day visa, check out where you want to go, and after you renew your next 60-day visa, then apply for your 1-year visa. And last 1-year visa I paid $3,500. It made the difference for me. I didn't have to go on visa runs every 2 months. Like $3,500, $4,000 for a 1-year visa. You know what I mean? But if you do the visa runs every 2 months, like how they have right now, it's actually going to be maybe a couple $100 cheaper. That's about it. So I'd say definitely come over, do your 60-day visa upon arrival. You get for free when you land, renew it, and by that 60 days, you can figure out what area of Thailand you want to live in, and then you can renew your 1-year visa. And I'll have to do another live or a long video on the different 1-year visas you can get, because I know there's like student visas. A lot of people are just getting like a normal residency 1-year visa. They're like 3,500, 4,000. It's not too bad. And also, I'd say, like, if you like the nightlife and want to see some really cool stuff, live in the city like Bangkok or Pattaya or Phuket. If you want to be more laid back like I am, I live in like the suburbs. So I live about 20 minutes from Pattaya. So I'm right down the road from the nightlife, but where I live is near a Navy base. So it's super quiet, super safe. We got police, and we also got MPs, and we got Navy, Air Force, and Army all around me. So like where I'm at, everybody here is military, super kind, super nice. Pattaya is awesome. Everyone's super nice and all, but it's a lot louder there. It's a happening city, and it's happening all night long. So like 2 a.m, I think they shut down like Pennsylvania. And yeah, I'm 39, turning 40 in June. I've been coming here since 2009, 2010, early 2010. Another advice I would have to say is when you come here and you're looking around, just watch different people's videos from different places because there's people that live up in Pai, Chiang Mai. If you want to be more mountainous, you're going to want to be more north. Me, I like being coastal because I grew up in the mountains, so I'm going to stay where it's super hot and coastal. And also, like to earn online on your earlier question, I'd have to say there's a lot of options. I don't have a lot of the education to be able to earn online, but if you have a good education and you know computers, there's a lot of tech jobs. But as far as like getting on the internet and starting a YouTube or whatever, I'd say the biggest way to find followers and like make decent videos is pay attention to what you're doing, constantly try to do better, and never stop having fun. Because I'm always having fun. It's hard not to have fun in the land of smiles. It's a beautiful country. There are some good questions. Thank you for your advice. I'm considering Pattaya, Jomtien, or Phuket, but Phuket is quite expensive now. Yes. Have you ever been to Thailand before? I love Pattaya. A lot of people talk about, oh, Pattaya is too crazy, but I don't know. When I first came to Thailand, my wife and I lived in Pattaya, and we loved it because you walked out the door, there's restaurants, there's the beach. In the evening, all the bars open up, the nightclubs open up. It's an amazing place. We go and have drinks at the Hard Rock. We go to Walking Street, have a couple drinks, and people watch. I love Pattaya. I'm from Pittsburgh, and Pattaya reminds me of the same vibe as Pittsburgh at night. Like, it's an awesome place. It's pretty safe. And Jomtien's very nice, very safe. There's a lot of Russian expats, but oh well. They're awesome. Every Russian I met there was awesome. So, oh, you've been to Phuket twice in 2007, 11, and Pattaya twice in 2024. Okay. Oh, okay. So you know all about Thailand. All right. Yeah, Pattaya I love. It's affordable. It's an amazing place. And if you find somewhere like Jomtien is amazing. Another place that's very nice, right past Jomtien, is Bang Zaray. There's a lot of British and Dutch and German that live in that area, but it's very beautiful, developed. It's like housing plans. Instead of being in a condo or a studio apartment, you're more in housing plans. But only on vacation. I mean, living here, it's different, Like when you first come, I say the first 6 months you're here, you're still in tourist mode. The first 3 months, you're really in tourist mode. 4 or 5, 6 months, you're starting to get used to stuff. After 6 months, you're starting to feel like you know the rhythm. You're fitting in. You're making friends. People are recognizing you. You're not. You go to the market and you're not always being charged tourist prices. You're getting the prices of the locals. So like it makes a difference. And I'd have to say like a lot of my friends that live in Jomtien or Pattaya live in apartments, but they're beautiful apartments for what 3, 4, 500 a month, and you're right there. Yeah. Oh, what was that? There was like a hotel slash condo building I stayed at and jumped in. It was something like Sunny Sand Inn or something, but it was amazing. Like they had a roof pool 1 block from the ocean. It was amazing. Okay, my friends, I didn't ship nothing. When over the years, I slowly got rid of all my stuff, and this last time I was home, I even sold my T-Bird. But a lot of my friends that I've talked to that have moved here, they'll get like a shipping container for a set price and pack that container full of their stuff and ship it over once they get a house. So like they'll pack it, come over here, find where they're gonna live, ship the container over, and there's all your stuff. Me personally, I got rid of pretty much everything and made it easy. And I have a little bit of clothes in America and all my stuff here. Over the last like 14 years, like I bring little things I truly like and love with me in my suitcase. But I mean, depending on how much you got, if you got enough to fit a small shipping container, I'd say get one of them, pack it full, come over here, find a place, have them ship that container over, pay your import tax, and get your stuff. But everything over here is so cheap. For me, it was easier to get rid of most of what I had in America and not worry about furnitures or microwaves or coffee pots or any. You can get all that cheap. TVs, that's all cheap here. How do you handle things like your mail and taxes from the US? Do you have a home address still in the US? I postal to collect my mail. I have about 5 boxes full of stuff, regular U-Haul size boxes. Oh, okay, cool. Well, that's not too bad. If you only got like 5 boxes of stuff, fill your suitcases up because a lot of plane tickets, you're allowed 2 big suitcases that go under the plane. Fill them up, and then you can pay extra at the airport, for the extra bags. I just fill up like 3 or 4 of them suitcases, pay the extra $200. You know what I mean? Um, I have my mail, it goes to my brother's house. So either my father or my brother will be like, hey, dude, you got mail in? But I also, anywhere I get mail from, I also have electronic mailing where my bank statements, all that all goes to my email also. But my hard copies that come in the mail go to my brother's house. So if you have a brother, a sister, or someone you trust completely, I would just have your American mail forwarded there. Filing taxes is easy. You can do it online. And if you have any problems, you can go through the U.S. Embassy site and they have links. The U.S. Embassy site has links to tax forms. So filing taxes isn't too hard. But if you got a handful of boxes, I'd say try to fit as much as you could into your suitcases. And even if when you go to get a ticket, maybe ask and see if you can get extra like luggage added on. If it's only that much, I just pack your suitcases full. And anything like knives or anything like that are collectibles or Zippos, like me, I brought a couple of Zippos with me. Put that in the stuff that goes under the plane, not your carry-on. But I mean, the mail, I've always had someone get it for me, either my mom or my sister or my brother will let me use their address. So, like, my mom and dad, they're still around, so they help out a lot with that. Banking, that can be a pain because my bank, I can't access my bank. I got Woodforest Bank, and I can't access their webpage over here or their app over here. So I also went and started a Cash App, and it came with a credit card for my Cash App. And I have most of my stuff linked to that bank account so I can upload it to the Cash App and use that card because that Cash App card works anywhere in Asia. Thank you, Joe. You're giving me some golden advice. My hope is to minimize down from my house to be able to live in a condo or a small apartment. All right, yeah, it's not too hard. When you're getting rid of stuff, it kind of breaks your heart because, like, every time I go home, I get rid of a bunch of stuff. Like, I've had mobile homes I had to get rid of. I had a car. I had motorcycles before, all kind of stuff. And Then you go through your personal items, things that you've gotten off of people. But dude, I had letters from my first girlfriend from 7th grade. I'm like, why in the hell am I even holding on to this? This last time home, I finally got rid of it because why? I ain't gonna bring it here. I don't want to keep it. So I took a picture of it, got rid of it. What about phone number from US? Do you have any to get phone calls and texts from the US? Okay, over here you can get a Thai phone number, Thai SIM card, or show your passport, you get your SIM card, and buy a phone. My American phone, I usually buy burner phones, like from Walmart, like a track phone or something, anytime I'm home. But I never keep the number because anyone that needs to get a hold of me, they get a hold of me through Facebook, the Facebook Messenger. But a lot of people over here in Thailand use an app called Line, Line, just like Facebook Messenger, where you can text or video chat or just call and voice chat. Everyone over here uses it. When I call home daily to my parents, I use Line or I use Messenger, and that's how I get all my messages from my friends and family. But my US phone numbers, like I said, every time I go home, I got a different number because I buy a burner phone. And when I leave America, I just let the number go dead because what's the point? I'm over here more than I am there. Now, my Thai phone number, so like this last time I was gone for 3 months, we just kept it active and my wife used it as an extra phone. Before, when I got stuck in America over COVID and all that, and I was gone for several years, my wife still kept my SIM card and kept it active, but we never knew when I'd be able to come home. But it's fairly cheap to get a SIM card. They're really cracking down on them. You used to be able to just go like to Walmart and buy a phone and there you go. Now you got to show ID like a passport. Not a big deal. You know what I mean? They got some really good deals on phones. I'll give them that. Over here in Thailand, there's a bunch of brands I've never heard of. Like the phone I got here is Redmi, Redmi, Redmi. This phone's amazing until I dropped it and cracked it, but it's an amazing phone, and I only got it for like $250. That same quality phone would have been like $400 or $500 back home. So for your phone situation, it's an easy situation. You can solve that situation easy just by getting the Line app, Line, or Facebook Messenger. What I like is I can video chat, and when I'm gone for long periods of time, either from here or from America, it's like I'm there. I forget that I'm on the phone. I'm just having fun talking to my family. To me, I think that was one of the best inventions ever, was being able to video chat. Gert, I appreciate you getting on here and asking questions. Like, that's awesome. So what part of Florida are you from? Yeah, I haven't been to Florida a whole lot. I know it's beautiful. I've been to mainly the top parts of Florida, just driving through with my truck. I was a truck driver for a while, and it was just like cutting through the top corners, so I never really got to experience Florida. Titusville, Florida, it's in between Daytona and Cocoa Beach. Daytona, hell yeah, dude. You live in a pretty nice area, so if you come to Pattaya, it shouldn't be too much of a change for you. It's a beautiful beach. Right now, I'm selling my house and packing up to leave here. Well, I'll tell you what, if you keep in contact when you get here, man, hit me up. We'll make a time. We'll grab dinner and you know what I mean. Oh, it's definitely a lot to prepare. When I got stuck in America I was there for 5 years because my family and I started a business and then COVID took it under. So I was there for 2.5 years for the business, bought a plane ticket to go home for a couple months. Home is Thailand. And COVID hit and I got stuck for another 2.5 years. And in that time, in that 5 year time, I ended up with a mobile home. I ended up with a T-Bird, a motorcycle, a dog, furniture, TVs, like all kind of stuff I had to whittle down. It took some time, but I got everything whittled down really nice, and it was a sigh of relief this last time because I still had that car. I wanted to hold on to it, but at the same time, it was a sigh of relief getting rid of it. I sold that car and I sold my motorcycle to my brother. So the only thing I got left in America is one bin that got a couple knickknacks and some paperwork in it, and a little bit of clothes for whenever I do return. Would love to hit you up when I get there. My first goal is to find a condo and get my visa and set up a phone and bank account. Okay, the bank account is going to be hard right now. A lot of scam companies were using multiple phones, SIM cards to set up bank accounts for like scam calling and whatnot. So they're cracking down on bank accounts. To keep up with the news, if you know Fabulous 103 FM on YouTube, they're like a news broadcast. They keep people pretty well updated. But the bank account's going to be a little bit harder to set up right now. They said within like the upcoming months, it'll get back to getting easier. So if you end up over here within the next 3 to 5 months, don't expect to get a bank account right away. Have like your bank account from America plus maybe a Cash App set up linked to your bank account. And also always keep your American bank account just in case. But that's going to be your biggest problem when you get here is going to be setting up a bank account. Finding a condo, I would suggest that you rent a condo. A lot of people buy condos, but after a year, they want to move to a different part of town or a different part of the country. Now they got this expensive condo on the beach, and you're not allowed to Airbnb it because you're a foreigner. So I would suggest possibly renting a condo. Like, probably be better off for right now. Like, I know everybody dreams of buying stuff, but I've seen at least 6 to 8 people buy condos and within a year end up selling them and tell me that they wish they would have just rented. The retirement visa, yeah, that's the one my wife wants to get. She's like 7 years away from it, and that's an affordable one, and it's a good one because like it helps you out to where it's not so hard to go on visa run. Like, you don't have to go on visa runs all the time. It's easier to check in, and it's affordable. You know, it's a good visa. Oh, my wife is actually Filipino. Yeah, my wife's a Filipino over here, and I'm American. Yeah, I know it's weird we live in Thailand, but we do. She was actually my accountant with my first business I had, and when that went under, we kept friends, then started dating, and I came over and visited her, and we've been together, shit, like 15 years. But yeah, she's not Thai, she's Filipino. Actually, she was in Thailand when I met her. And that's why I came to Thailand. If she would have been in the Philippines, I would have went there. But she was here in Thailand. and she's a teacher, so she was here teaching, and she invited me over to come visit her, and she lived in Bangkok at the time. By the time I came, we moved to Pattaya. But yeah, she was already here with a work permit, and I came over as a tourist. Like I said, I fell in love with her, so I would have went any part in the world she was at, but she just so happened to be in Thailand. And when I came to Thailand and I landed in Bangkok, I'm not from a big city. I'm from Pittsburgh, and I live from the suburbs of Pittsburgh. So I'm not big on big cities. So when I got to Bangkok, it was like New York to me. I was like, yeah, it's a cool city, but I'm good. And I seen Pattaya, and I'm like, dude, this is like Pittsburgh. I'm in love. And then when my wife got her job in Sattahip, and I seen Sattahip, and it looked like the small town I came from, Freeport, Pennsylvania. Small town like that. And I was like, dude, I found my own home away from home. But yeah, like she was here teaching, invited me here, and I fell in love with being here, and her and I just really appreciate Thailand for what it is. It's a beautiful country. Everyone's always smiling, welcoming, great people, great food. But no, Filipinos get into Thailand very easily. Like, it's not hard for them to come here. So if you do end up meeting a Filipino, they're easy to bring here. But yeah, I don't know. I'd definitely say that Jomtien area is one of my. Pattaya is not like awesome because it's Pattaya. Jomtien is pretty cool. Like I said, there's a lot of like Russians and whatnot. But what I think is pretty cool about there is the daytime scene. You know, there's a lot of vendors, a lot of stores. Pretty cool. I went to the Philippines twice last year. It's a 50-50 decision on whether to live in Thailand or the Philippines. I hear that a lot from a lot of people. It's usually, I hear 50-50 on Cambodia, Thailand, or Philippines, Thailand. And the Philippines, I've never been to. I'm with a Filipino and I've never been there. But I've heard it's beautiful. I've seen a lot of pictures and videos from my wife, and everyone I know who goes there loves it. Big advantage of the Philippines is its English speaking is easier in the Philippines. Yes, it's way easier to find people that speak English in the Philippines. Very true. Over here in Thailand, a lot of people I meet don't speak English, but what's cool is with phones nowadays, they got that Google Translate, makes it a hell of a lot easier. When I first started coming here back in 2010, I was using dictionaries to translate. So, but Thailand has much nicer condos and better value for your money. And food is super cheap over here if you eat at the open markets like I do and food vendors. You go out to eat at restaurants, yeah, it's cheap, but it can add up. Good coffee. Like 2010, when I first started coming here, it was all instant coffee. Now, everywhere you look, there's a cafe with gourmet coffee. If you like beer, that's cheap. Booze is cheap. Smoke is legal. I don't know. There's a lot of cool things. The food, if you like spicy food, all the food's spicy. I love it. A 300 a month condo in Thailand is much nicer than a 300 a month condo in the Philippines. Oh, all right. Yeah, I've never looked at what you'd get in the Philippines, but I heard it could be a little bit more expensive over there. Same with the food. Yeah, the internet is way better in Thailand than it is in the Philippines. The electrical services barely go out where I'm at. The most I experience in Sattahip is sometimes if we get heavy rain, the water will go off for a couple hours. or they'll work on pipes once in a while and the water goes off for a couple hours. Like right now, my water's off. It rained yesterday. Water worked fine until like 9 p.m. went off until 9 a.m. I think they're working on lines. And then tonight it went off at 6 p.m. So I'm hoping it'll be back by midnight. But that's the most of what I've experienced. I haven't experienced too many like brownouts or blackouts here in Pattaya at the heat. The internet's amazing. My cell phone internet, like my data, when I do my lives with my data, very rarely does it get glitchy. It's where my data in Pennsylvania just glitches out all the time. Yeah, I really I like the living here. Thailand to me, they say it's a third world country, but I think it's a first world country with a third world country title. Like I don't know. They got everything we got in America here, other than Mountain Dew. Oh, that one kills me. I love Mountain Dew, and I can't get it here. But the internet's pretty cheap. Cell services are pretty cheap. I mean, shit, even TVs are cheap nowadays. So a couple years ago, they were a little more expensive, but everything over here is a decent price. You know what I mean? It's very affordable living. See, I think I'd like the Philippines, but I don't know. I think I've been coming to Thailand so long and fell in love with Thailand so much. I think this is like home base to me. You know what I mean? Like even Pittsburgh. You know, I wish I could get my wife to America to meet my family and all, but like I don't know if I ever want to make Pittsburgh where I retire. You know, I hate being cold. I hate winter with so much passion. And Thailand, I never get winter. It never gets cold. It might get chilly once in a while, but never gets cold. And I don't know, like I heard the Philippines, like where my wife comes from, up in the mountains, they get frost. That's too cold for me. Where I'm at inside the heat, we don't get frost at all. Another thing I like about being here, like the Pattaya area, yes, everything's a little more affordable, but you're never far from the beach, you're never far from the coast, and you're never far from amazing seafood and awesome coffee. Like I love that. But everybody, I think it's about time to go. My coffee is done, and I'm just worn out, ready to call it a night. I appreciate you hopping on here. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the notification if you can. And don't be afraid to become a member. It's only $1. And that'll get you early access to upcoming videos. And this week, I'm going to start uploading my lives, my shorts, and my long videos on dedicated days. Members will have early access to the videos and the shorts. Good night. Good night. Thank you for joining. I hope to see you again. But until next time, everybody, have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Goodbye. Have a great day.